Steve Jobs was best known for being the co-founder of Apple and one of the most creative inventors of our time. But when he passed away in late 2011, many people began to ask what beliefs had driven Steve Jobs to his success. His adoptive parents brought him up in a Lutheran home where Jobs attended church regularly with his family until he was 13 years old. It was then that he asked his pastor if God knew anything about the starving children overseas. But when his pastor replied that yes, God knows everything, Jobs lost his faith because he could not understand how God could ignore such suffering. It wasn't until 1974 that Jobs put his faith into something new, after traveling to India with a close college friend and experiencing the tranquility of Buddhism. When he returned to the United States, he quickly sought to find a guru of his own, and he found one at Los Altos Zen Center and became fast friends with his mentor, Kobun Adagawa. Kobun taught that to discover yourself is to discover wisdom. Without discovering yourself, you can never communicate with anybody. Jobs discussed the same concept during his 2005 commencement at Stanford. But when Jobs and his mentor believe wisdom is discovering through oneself, we know that 1 Corinthians 12:8 says, "Some of us can speak with wisdom, while others can speak with knowledge, but these gifts come from the same Spirit." I'm sure that Jobs also heard this scripture at some point during his youth, but new beliefs had changed what he had once believed in. But surprisingly, many who were close to Jobs did not take his dedication to Buddhism seriously. While Jobs had been one of our best inventors of new technology, he was also a brash businessman. So harsh, in fact, that many of his employees commented that he had no compassion or sympathy for anyone, which is interesting considering that the lack of compassion is what caused him to leave the Lutheran Church in the first place. Isaacson's book states, "Unfortunately, his Zen training never quite produced in him a Zen-like calm of inner serenity, and that too is a part of his legacy." Also, one of his other Zen teachers commented that he got to the aesthetic part of Zen, but didn't stay long enough to get to the Buddhist part, the compassion part, the sensitivity part. In the end, what did Jobs really believe? Raised Lutheran, but a self-proclaimed Zen Buddhist, Jobs was a man lost, trying to discover his own beliefs, but never fully succeeding in giving any belief 100%.